Okay. We just smile. Okay, look, hey y'all, welcome to m.o.t.o, Mindset Successful Thinking, Moto Show for Motivation. And this morning, for the m.o.s.t Moment Wednesday interviews, we got special guest Ashley Garth.
Hello, everybody.
From Liberty Mutual.
Thanks
But
for having me.
this is what I like about her, because she does everything a little bit different from everyone else. So I met Ashley through, she put together a speaking competition called American Idol, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we met that way. And it was a tough thing for me in the beginning because I was out of my comfort zone. I had to be structured in regards to my speaking stuff, but it was one of the best things that ever happened to me in my life, man. And at that point, yeah, it was.
Okay.
And at that point, I decided to get to know Ashley even more and build with her, and also introduce her to the m.o.s.t community as well. So I want to welcome Ashley Garth, one of the most successful people I know. I'm speaking into existence, right?
Speak it, thank you.
Speak it, right? It's all about that. So we're going to talk to her today about doing things different, about being different, about being outside the box, about not being the norm. And if you're a part of m.o.s.t, you understand the importance of your mindset and the way that you think and the way that you see things, and you learn that you learn that success is all relevant to the person, and then success is actually what you see to be successful. So you have to start realizing that you actually got to be different from everyone else. You're not going to be the same. Everybody's not the same. That's what I like about her, because we just met, but the good thing about it is that you can tell when you get to meet her that she's not the same like everyone. So I want her to tell us a little bit about herself, and then we'll move on into the topic today. So give the community a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so thanks for having me again.
Yeah.
My name is Ashley Garth. I am an insurance agent for Liberty Mutual Insurance. I can't say that I've been doing this for years and years and years. I actually started last year in August, and I've had a pretty good year. I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee, Chattown, 423. I came to Nashville.
Well, you know, hold on before. 423 at one time used to be a Knoxville area code.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, she might be too young to know that. But you said Knoxville area code. Then it said 865, then went to Chattanooga.
Okay.
So we're taking it all across the state. Either way, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
Came to MTSU. I came here because I wanted to be a music producer.
Oh, so I was a rapper?
No. I wanted to be behind the scenes.
I
I wanted to be behind the scenes and the production process.
Okay.
And then I got to Nashville and I realized that degree, in my opinion, is kind of irrelevant because it's more about who you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I switched things around and I pursued marketing and business entrepreneurship instead. And I'm glad I did, because I'm actually using that now as an insurance agent. And I know a lot of us, we go to college and we get degrees and we don't really do anything with them.
Yeah. Or you start something else and got it.
But I'm glad I figured
And
that
then
out.
you get some debt on top of that, but then that's another story.
That is. But I'm happy that I came to Nashville and I've seen the change, and I like how Nashville is growing, and I'm, meeting people like you and, creating relationships for my insurance business.
That's good. And when did you graduate? I know.
No, I graduated from MTSU in 2013.
Look at that, young buck. So 2013, to my telling my age, she already telling me. But the good thing is that you seen change had to happen, right?
Right.
So when you were in college, you said you were going to do music. Do you have a passion for music or something like that? Were you a singer? Or?
I sing.
Okay.
I'm retired.
Matter of fact, did you sing at your competition?
I did.
Yeah.
Did a little improv.
And she actually can blow. And now that I remember that, because she can sing. Okay, so then you said you want to be about. What made you want to go behind the scenes when you can actually be in front of the scenes?
I just, the money, songwriting, I felt like that was a better fit.
You think so?
And I wanted to perform as well, but I wanted to get more education so I could do a little bit of both.
See, that let you know right then and there you were different from everybody else. Because everyone thinks when you're in front of the camera or when you're actually in front of the audience that you're the one getting all the money. When you realize that money they're making is broken down in so many different pies.
Right.
And then the singers only get like 10 cents.
Yep.
So that's right there shows an example of how she actually thinks outside the box. But what made you go into doing sales? You said you went from music to entrepreneurship and business marketing. So what made you want to go into doing insurance?
Well, insurance, and I always say, found me. So right out of college, I won't say the name of the retail store. A lot of people know who I worked for. I was doing managing and marketing for retail. and I was miserable.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I'm like, I'm making somebody else rich. And I go home and I make the same amount of money no matter how hard I work.
Right.
And that just, it didn't make sense. And I felt like I wasn't valued. I felt like I wasn't making a difference. So I'm like, okay. And I honestly went into this, some people that know me, I went into a deep depression.
A real one? A real deep depression? And you're working somewhere getting paid?
I was so
depressed. And you had a salary?
I was so depressed.
And you were doing your lane though. You were doing marketing, right? So what made you go into depression from that? Because
I woke up, it was the same routine. You know, you go in, you're helping people find tissue and, toiletry stuff like, okay, that feels rewarding. No, it didn't feel rewarding. And, I was working hard, but I didn't feel like I was making a difference. So when you work so hard for something and you just got out of school and you're like we were talking about before we started recording, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
And I just constantly felt that. It's like a dark cloud of failure.
You know what's crazy? But did anyone tell you that?
No.
Or was it something you were telling yourself?
I was just telling myself.
That's how important the mind is. Your mind can tell you something good and negative. Please continue, Ashley. This is so good. Please continue.
And then I started my little LinkedIn profile. And if you are not using LinkedIn, you are missing out on so much.
What about people say they don't like being part of social media stuff? They don't want to do no social. I'm not about that.
You're missing out.
So are you missing out is what you're saying?
They are definitely.
Because what happened? Relationship, connections, all that stuff happened. So, I'm glad you said that too. So if you're not using LinkedIn, you're missing out, right?
Yeah.
So you got a part of LinkedIn.
Recruiter from Liberty Mutual found me and I was like, insurance. Okay.
Yeah. And why would you think that?
It just, to me, I was like, that seems like that would be pretty boring. I'm leaving something boring. I don't want to step into another thing that's boring.
So you thought it was because of me. Do you hear this? This is some good stuff going on right now because at first everything spurs off into something else, right? And as she's talking, something else develops in regards to the mindset. People thought, when you think about insurance, you thought because it might be boring. Other folks think of insurance, which you probably don't run into as a salesperson, insurance is crooked, right?
I get that.
Insurance, you're trying to just take what, but you thought of something different about it. So you went decide. So the insurance found you. So you moved to insurance, and then what?
And then I'm like, okay, I got a marketing degree. I have gained some experience from being in the management in retail. So why don't I put all that together? I like to throw events. I like music.
Oh my God, Ashley, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?
I got a plan.
Okay.
I got a plan.
Why are you doing this? All this goodness is coming out of. Go ahead. Put the dots together. Bring all the dots together.
Insurance. I hope my boss don't see this. Insurance is a great way to meet people and network and build relationships. And it's helping me to learn more about myself and my marketing and running my own business.
So you hope your boss don't see that because of what? Because you just said everything that motivates the boss.
Do I want to be in insurance forever?
No.
You just answered for me.
But
I know, maybe. But as a great starter career, I love it right now.
But guess what you're learning about yourself? God, girl, you better go on with this.
I can't.
Look. So, man, you were in depression. You were sick, basically, right?
Yeah.
Telling yourself this sucks.
Yeah.
Then insurance found you. You thought insurance was boring when everyone else thinks it's too much work, right? And it's gonna be work. But you start connecting the dots of everything that you've done in the past.
Right.
Start becoming stepping stones to, God dang it, make you who you gonna be and where you going. Okay,
right.
Continue, please. I'm getting excited. I'm sorry.
So a lot of people don't know selling insurance is pretty hard.
Oh really? Oh yes.
And I first started, I'm like, oh my God, this is really hard. I have to go out and meet all these real estate agents and mortgage lenders and people that tie into that and maintain those relationships and brand myself and build a name.
Marketing and branding. You got a degree in that, right? Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
So this motivates me because yes, I do have a boss.
Yes.
And yes, I have a structure. But at the end of the day, this is my baby. So I have to set goals. We set goals together, but at the end of the day, I set my own goals. Have to have time management because that's something that we're not micromanaged. So if I don't figure that out on my own, it could start at 8 o'clock and end at 8, and I'm sitting there like, what have I really done today? So I have to be disciplined enough to figure out how to manage my own time. Remember,
we talked about time being the most important currency in the world, because we all have the same amount of time,
right?
24 hours in a day, and how we spend that currency is up to us. And you'll be able to see, like you said, you work from 8 to 8 and figure out I didn't do anything. Right?
I've had days like that.
So, man, Ashley, this is good stuff, because you're gonna be impacting somebody. But we haven't even moved to the area where we're gonna actually talk about, which is, because you already see she's different. First of all, she thinks differently because she thought insurance was boring compared to insurance, the other way of thinking about insurance. So you've gone through school, you went to work, was depressed. How did you get out of that, first of all? Let's go back to that. You got out of that how?
I made a choice to leave.
Oh. You know what she said she did? She made a choice.
Made a choice to leave.
You made a choice. This whole thing about m.o.s.t, mindset successful thinking, is the fact that you got to renew your mind before you become successful in the natural. Success, what we think success means, is all about what? You got the money, the exterior things, but then you find out those people that typically have that can be just as depressed
that's true.
than a person that has nothing. So, went through that, you made the decision to get out of that, you met the recruiter online at LinkedIn, and we might have to get LinkedIn to give us some type of endorsements or something.
Right.
Well, she went on social media, she built some relationships, then she went into insurance, started utilizing her idea with her degree, marketing, and understanding it's all about her. Because everyone always says it's not about you, but at this moment it is about you. Then you move to doing something else where now you're impacting people. You help them with their insurance, helping them with their life planning. So let's move to, excuse me, when you move to the point where you said you're doing something different, because you said about marketing, you did the American Idol thing, and you didn't sell one insurance policy that day.
Didn't plan.
But what made you do something outside the box to say, I'm going to do American Idol, get other speakers involved, and then do, and you ain't sold a policy at all. I mean, in regards to, I'm going to try to sell you. Yeah. You might have sold people because they're like, I can tell us about that, why you wanted to do that.
So, like I said, I like putting on events. I'm very passionate about that. Planning something and then seeing the results and, motivating and helping others. But my thing is, I have a hard time attracting a crowd to talk about insurance. It's just not going to happen. So I'm like, how can I market and brand myself and still be upfront and they know what I do and what company I work for, but I'm still, helping them do something else that can help their career as well. So when I think about attracting other entrepreneurs, if they get something out of the event that I put on, they're going to think of me. So that is helping me to build a relationship with other people that, are working on the same thing, which was public speaking at the time. And then also you get the buy-in from the other, you had a panel of judges, you get the buy-in and support of them. They're sharing your stuff, they're promoting your stuff. So it's a big advertisement push for your name and what you do for an unrelated event. And that's, to me, the best way to brand and market. You want to be viewed as somebody that can help in a lot of other areas. And then somebody might say, hey, you know what? Who was that girl that put on that public speaking event? Yeah. My policy is renewing next month. Let me look through my social media and find her. They drop in my DM, hey, I need a quote. There you go.
Different from everybody else. The normal path of doing it like everybody. Well, if we want to talk about insurance, we need to do an insurance lunch and learn, right? Yeah. Then you talk about insurance, but people already expecting the insurance pitch.
Right, and I do those.
Oh yeah, but they're expecting it. But when you do something that's different from everybody else, you go outside the box and utilize your personal skills and talents, right? And you start realizing that what I'm doing is going to affect other folks. Because you learn, I don't know if you know this yet, you may already know this for sure. Is that SunTrust card? Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
It was SunTrust for, that's the only thing ain't got to.
Well, you know what? Hey, well, we're not gonna plug that either because that's not an endorsement on that. But just doing something outside the box, actually, that's what makes it so huge. So I did this event with her. Someone told me about it in regards to, hey, Troy, you want to take this public speaking to the next level? Go be a part of this event. You know, be a part of speaking competition. Now, I haven't done a competition since college or school or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I just, you know what, I thought I may be bigger than that. Yeah. But when it comes down to it and the critiques I got from the relationships I've gotten from her doing her outside the box thinking, I'll now be able to take my speaking ideas to the next level. The relationships I've established are second to none because of her just showing up and doing her gift. You follow what I'm saying? Her showing up doing her gift of marketing, her gift of actually encouraging folks to do what they want to do. And they ain't have nothing to do with you.
Right.
That's enough. This girl right here, she ain't even talking. And she changing and impacting folks. She impacted me right now, and she ain't said one word in regards to some things. I'm just getting aha moments left and right because of just learning things from her, period. And just seeing what her gifts and talents may be. And I definitely want to actually utilize her gifts and talents more than just insurance. Because we see what her passions are, right? Her passion is being able to go out and market and build a brand. That's what she does every day. And she does it without even thinking about it. It's just what she likes to do. And what would you like to say to people that because there may be people working to pay their bills like they need to, but within that, can they still shine within what they're doing? Can you speak on that? Like shining within what you're already currently doing. Like they working somewhere, they know what they love to do, but until they get to that point, they can do what their gifts are within the job they're in right now.
Okay. So I always say, and a lot of people have heard this saying, your job is what you make it. Yeah. So you can go in and talk about mindset with the mindset like, oh my gosh, I have to sit behind my desk. I have to cold call. I have to go do these certain things to make money. Mm-hmm. But when I go in, every day's going to be different. I hate routines. Yeah. I am ADD. I get bored. I'll fall asleep at my desk.
She different.
So I try to think of what can I do differently today. And even when I am calling, I experiment. I try to experiment my different tones just to try and see what really captures people and what really pulls them in. So I just say try new things. If you're in a profession right now that is not your dream job, but you have gifts and talents, try to focus on those gifts and talents and do certain things that helps you to shine amongst your competitors. Because I think about the people in my office, nobody really has, I don't care if they see this, it's the truth. A lot of them don't have, a few of them do, that branding and marketing piece. So I'm like, well, they're not doing it, so I'm going to do it. So, and another thing, if people don't know this, we talked about social media and branding. Is Googleable a word?
Oh, it's one now. So it's all good. It's one today.
That is, when you do stuff like that on social media and you create your own original content, you are causing yourself to be Googleable.
Oh, I like it. Google gonna send us a check too, because we're making up new words. But either way, they're not gonna send us a check. I hope so later on. But either way,
the more likes and shares that you get, when somebody, how many times do you use Google in a day?
Daily. That's the new, the daily, yeah. And I go to YouTube now and type in, it's just like Google, because I'm about Google, same thing. Yeah. Pops up, show a video, boom.
Somebody types in insurance agent. I want my name to be at the top. So all of that is part of my plan. That activity, how many people visited my business page from the public speaking activity? I got a few views, a few likes. They're advertising for me.
That's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing. She changed my life.
Stop.
Look, you don't understand when you just show up and do what you're supposed to do in your gifts and talents, right? The next thing you know, other people are going to be transformed because of you just being obedient and doing what you're supposed to do. So I appreciate you doing that. Doing that and say, you know what, I'm going to do this, and it's going to be weird. It's going to be outside the box. The majority of the audience is going to be high school kids. That's what's even better. The younger generation are there to get impacted as well. You know what I'm saying? That's some good stuff. I just like the fact, the main thing what we take away from this is that you got to make a decision to not be where you are if you want to be somewhere different. If you want to get out of that, you got to change your mindset, the way you think and do things, and then you go forward, right?
Right.
And just don't be like everyone else. Go off the beaten path. You know, because no one wants to go off the beaten path because there's no path set up. So they rather go this way, go the cart path. Everyone goes the same way. But if you go over there, you go one direction, you might leave a path behind you, leave a trail, and someone else come behind it down some path as well.
Right.
So Ashley, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
I really appreciate you being obedient and actually going through and saying, you know what, I want to share my story with everyone else, because people on the m.o.s.t website and community, they're not, you know, it's a lot of people that's got the same issues they may go through, but when they see someone else, they make it through it or actually push through that, they say, well, she can do it or he can do it, it didn't work for me too.
Can I end and say one more?
No, you're going to end it off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Most Moto mindset successful thinking. Moto is short for motivation. The true outcome of having a mindset of successful thinking is having an unwavering expectation of successfully achieving a predetermined goal, knowing that the outcome is supposed to happen. We're gonna let Ashley leave us out with the last word, because she's gonna encourage us with some power as well. So
okay, set me up.
Yeah.
So we all get discouraged. You know, like we said, we're trying new things and sometimes they don't work. Mm-hmm. And I know you guys have heard this a million times. It's a very popular saying, trust the process. We have to remember to trust the process. Those people that are successful and making money, sometimes people, I didn't get a big inheritance of money.
You got an inheritance at all? I didn't get. You said I don't have a big one, but you might have some.
I didn't get anything.
Okay, yeah.
And some of those people that we compare ourselves to, we don't know what they've been handed.
Yeah.
So those that have not been hand fed, we have to figure it out on our own. So we have to work a little bit harder, and we cannot get discouraged because it's not happening when we want it to happen. We have to go through certain things and build and brand before we see the result. Just like a flower, it just doesn't grow on its own. It needs certain things to grow. So that's how I look at my branding and my career and all of that. I have to figure out what steps do I need to take to get there, and I need to know that I have to be patient and trust the process.
Trust the process.
That's all I have. Trust the process.
Last word, she said it. Well, say it one more time. You had the last
Trust the process.
I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a good day today.
See y'all later.